If your man's got shot and your wife was having a baby, who you gonna go see?
So I just want us to see this video that a lot of people are reacting to on TikTok. Now, I don't want to say that I was shocked after watching that video or the clip, but at the same time, I was and I'm still shocked. So in this video, some group of men were asked this question: if your man got shot and your wife was having a baby, who would you go to see first? So the answers that these guys gave really shocked a lot of people. So I'm gonna let this video roll. Please listen to what they said. Like, this is totally insane. Please check this video out.
If your man's got shot and your wife was having a baby, who you gonna go see?
My homeboy. First of all, to my wife, she will understand that my homeboy is my brother. If he's shot, that almost like a death in the family. Yes, I celebrate my life with my child, but she understands that if my homeboy about to die, that's somewhere I need to be too. And my child, listen, I know my homeboy. My homeboy would take care of my child if I die.
I'ma have to go see my wife, bro. That's my kid. I can't miss those type of moments. No funnies. Like, I never had a father, so it's like, I'm not gonna do that to my child, because then they can use that shit against me. My wife can use that against me. That might not even be my man no more, so you never know. And if he got shot, that means he shouldn't be in. If my homeboy a real nigga, he'll understand I'ma have to be there for my kid. I can see him after. I mean, if he died, he died. Rest in peace his soul. But as a real nigga, he know I gotta be there for my kid. Because I hope he would do the same shit if I got shot. If he would have came to me and his wife having a baby, I would have told his ass, get the fuck out of here.
Man, fuck that. She gonna have a baby regardless. I'm gonna go see my man before he
I'm gonna
dies.
see my man. I'm gonna go see my man because my wife getting pregnant. So I mean, she's creating life. I gotta make sure my man, he don't die. If your man
Did y'all hear that? Did y'all did you see, this is exactly the reason or the reasons why women are calling men out on the internet. Women are saying that they don't want men, women are bashing men, women are like, this is it. Okay, let's just turn this step around. Now, imagine my husband is being hospitalized, like he is in the hospital waiting to undergo a surgery. And as the wife, I am expected to sit by him. I am expected, to be there, like present, hold his hands, kisses, hugs, and, give him hope, pray with him, and everything, which I am supposed to do as the wife. Now, I received this call from somebody telling me that my childhood friend, my best friend, got shot. And I'm being asked, who would I go to stay with? And do you think it will make sense for me to say that I'm gonna go to my friend, like stay with my friends, then leaving my husband all alone in the hospital? My husband who is about to undergo a surgery that I'm supposed to hold his hands, give him hope, pray with him. Can you please make it make sense? Anyways, I have put together a few stitches. Of course, a lot of people reacted to that video. I have put together stitches from the men and from the women. Let's just hear what they said. And of course, I'm going to show you some screenshots of comments I grabbed from his comment section. Please check the stitches out.
If your man's got shot and your wife was having a baby, who you gonna go see?
I'm not sure who in their right mind would think any of these men would actually be eligible to be anybody's husband anyway. First of all, immediately disqualified because y'all back there listening to R. Kelly. An immediate no. But for real deal, like if we're talking real deal, listen to what these men are saying. Even the young man who mentioned his wife, that he had to be there, he was not concerned about the wife giving birth and the fact that she could potentially lose her life. He was concerned about the fact that he had to get there and be there for his baby, so his baby couldn't use that against him later, or the wife couldn't use that against him later. Not that I need to be there as your partner to support you through one of the most grueling experiences of your life. Then you have another one calling the woman who is supposed to be giving birth to his child a witch with a B. And sadly, many of y'all are these type of men regularly, giving these type of men commitment, giving these type of men babies. Absolutely not. I hope y'all are paying really close attention. As I saw in the comments, a lot of people said we're doomed. You're doomed if these are the type of people that you are in relationship with. Absolutely. If this is even appealing to you in any way, shape, form, or fashion, yes, you are doomed. And to all my sisters, before you lay up with the man, please make sure you know where his allegiances lie. Because choosing your homeboy over the birth of your child or being there to support the woman who is going through something that could potentially expose her to death, specifically if you are a woman who looks like us, because we die the most after having children. Let that ass go. For sure.
If your man's got shot and your wife was having a baby, who are you gonna go see?
My home.
I think the men that are picking to go and see their homeboy are purely ignorant to the experiences of women and the death rate when it comes to them having pregnancy and having children and how dangerous that actually is. But at the same time, it's like, this is a family that you started that should be prioritized over your friends. But you know what? A lot of y'all didn't learn how to be fathers, let alone emotionally functioning adults that are responsible. So this is expected.
If your man's got shot and your wife was having a baby, who are you gonna go see?
One of the things you have to guard against in this life, but especially on the internet, is a false dichotomy, which is the fallacy of presenting only two choices or two outcomes or two sides of an argument as if they are the only available options. So in this case, we appear to be presented with the choice of being there for our wife and witnessing the first breath of our child, or, and in part because of the assumption that we make that our friend is critically injured and may pass away from the gunshot wound, we imagine this being his last breath. And this plays on the contemporary trend of men, not just black men, but men in general, putting the woman in their life last, even when she's pregnant with their child. When in reality, if your wife is pregnant, it shouldn't even be a question of going to see her or not, because you should already be with your wife because you were the one who took her to the hospital when she went into labor. And if you're already with your wife while she's in labor, then the real question is, when do I go see my friend? Not do I see my wife or do I see my friend, but when do I go see my friend? Do I wait until my child is born? Do I wait until 3 days after, whenever I get to take my wife from the hospital? When do I go see him? The assumption is also that no one else is going to take care of your friend, that your friend doesn't have any family of his own, when in reality, you might be the only person in the room with your wife while she's having the baby, and definitely are not going to be, no one else is going to be allowed in the room while the both of you are there. So what I'm getting at is the question presumes that you already show a lack of support for your wife, because if you were really supporting her in the way you should, you would already be there in the room with her. It wouldn't be a matter of going to visit your wife who just had your child. You would already be there. So it already says that you have a leaning towards your quote-unquote homie, because you have to make this choice in the first place. Because you have to make this choice in the first place, you're probably going to choose the homie anyway, because you're already not supporting your wife. Otherwise, you would already be in the room. But
Man's got shot and your wife was having a baby, who are you gonna go see?
Watching the answers that was given on the original video, you can tell the difference between a boy and a man. Just to point out, like, childbirth is one of the damn most dangerous situations you can be in. But that's neither here nor there. Y'all be wondering why we say these bromances that y'all be having with your boys. It is extremely sus. Like, you can say no homo. You can say no diddy all day long. But the shit is sus as fuck, I swear. I swear. Because what the fuck?
A man's got shot and your wife was having a baby, who you gonna go see?
My homeboy.
What'd he say? Hold up. So you mean to tell me that if your wife is having a baby and your homeboy got pumed, that you telling me you finna go and see your homeboy over being there with your unborn child and your wife? You have got to be making this up, bro. That ain't nowhere in the world. If he is really your friend, I hope and pray that he would understand that your child come before anything and anyone else in your life at that point. And for a grown man to sit there and say that he would go and see his homie over his child and wife. Hesitation, me and y'all okay? For real.
If your man's got shot and your wife was having a baby, who you gonna go see?
The responses are disheartening, but that's not why I'm here. I just want to say that none of the men considered the wife. None of them. Not even the man who gave the better response out of everyone. They talked about the child. They talked about the homeboy. They talked about themselves. But none of them ever said that they would want to be there for the wife. It's almost as though she just happens to be there, and the only reason they'd be considering being there is because of the child. Not because she's going through something traumatic, not because she would need some kind of support system or someone there to help her through. This just reveals that so many men really do not think of the humanity of women. Birthing a child is a traumatic experience for the body. The body has to take so much time to heal. Not to mention that many mothers die while bearing a child. But not once do they bring up her pain. Do they bring up the sacrifice that she's making? Do they bring up how she's feeling? She's just inconsequential. A background character in a whole fake scenario where she is the active one pushing and bearing a child. She becomes just background noise. Insane.
If your man's got shot and your wife was having a baby, who you gonna go see?
Lots of people are stitching this video with their opinions about the men's responses. And I got to thinking about how the men on podcasts are often explaining why women need to choose better. And the only way a person can make a good choice is if everyone's being honest. So they're presented with these two options, and a man is asking them the question. And I felt that the people who responded were answering authentically and honestly. The question really is, when women pose questions like this to men, do they get the honest answer? Because really, who cares if you want to go see your homeboy first? The point is, a person has to be able to make a decision whether or not they want to continue being with you or not. And instead of being honest, I think some people will give an answer that will continue their access, rather than an answer that indicates how they really feel.
So I'm going to show you some screenshots of comments I grabbed from the comment section of that video so you guys can see what other people said. Please pause to read if you want to. Now, seriously, I don't know about you, but my family, my husband, my kids are my priority. Every other person stays at the back. There's no way I would abandon my husband in the hospital just to go to see my friend. However, as my friend, what I can do for her is to call for help. Look for someone else I could call to quickly go, attend to my friend, or just go there and find out what happened and render some help. But as for me, leaving my husband in the hospital to go and see my friend, I am sure my friend would understand, because I can't. I am speaking for myself right now. I can't. Now, this is exactly the reason women are calling men out, like I said earlier. Do you even understand the pain that women go through during pregnancy and during childbirth? Now, I hear some women say, after marrying him, I'm gonna change him. Baby, you can't. Likewise, the women. If you are a man and you're saying, oh, if I marry her, I'm gonna change her, you can't. Listen, know whom you are about to get married to. Know the person. Don't just, randomly get married to a man or to a woman because you want to marry. Please, ladies, shine your eyes, like my Nigerian brothers and sisters will say. Shine your eye well. Know who you are marrying. Some men will literally abandon their wives in the hospital, giving flimsy excuses because they just don't want to be there. If you are not ready to have a child, if you are not ready to father a child, do not have a child. From that video, you could tell that the women in their life are not even their concern. Like, they're not concerned about the wife that is pregnant. They are concerned about the child. I mean, how could you even think of missing that moment? I can't, like, I'm trying to digest the answers that these guys gave. Okay, but anyways, I just want to know your thoughts. What you all have to say about this video, let me know in the comment, and remember to keep it respectful, and of course don't forget to subscribe, share this video, and I'm gonna see you all in my next one. Y'all stay blessed. Bye.